Since I come on home and my body's been a mess, I miss your gentle and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Hello. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. So, syempre, sinimulan ko ng ganun kasi medyo malulungkot yung poem. Sad naman simulan yung show na puro malungkot. So yun, I'm Miguel Espiritu. I'm a singer / spoken word artist. And I'm gonna start my set with a poem entitled Thesis Titles. Sino dito nakaramdam na ng feeling na nag-thesis? Woo! Yay! Thesis! I recently graduated from college after 7 years. Tapos yun, ngayon ko lang na-feel yung bigat ng actual poem because now I know what it feels like to write a thesis. So yun, thesis titles. My I love yous are exactly like thesis titles. Let me tell you what I mean. I remember reading this one thesis title that goes, characterizing interstellar ammonia masers in the galactic star-forming region DR21OH. I kind of got lost somewhere in the middle of all of those buzzwords until I found out that all they really meant to say was, we found nothing we were looking for, but it's somehow a significant nothing. The funny thing is that that's exactly how my I love yous go. I say, my brain makes me feel things that make me feel like I have no brain when I'm around you, or random discovery. The galaxy, maybe the whole entire universe, revolves around a heavenly body and it's not the sun, or speechless. A study on the inadequacy of all 52,000 plus words in the Merriam-Webster English Dictionary and all subsequent combinations in expressing how I feel for you, but all I really mean to say is, I'm crazy for you, and you're beautiful, and I love you, sweetie. My I love yous are exactly like thesis titles. And for exactly the same reason. And maybe if I up the word count and if I use all these big words, maybe you'd finally believe me. Like maybe saying it that way will make it more legit, like I've studied it over and over again, the right way to say I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Spent weeks, months doing my research, making sure that I had ample proof to support my claim, because I secretly feel like my I love yous will never be enough to compensate for all of the assholes that came along and said it and had no fucking idea what it meant. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that. And I can promise you this. I haven't found it yet, but I will stay for all of the caffeine nights and the sunrise mornings. I will stay for all the consultations and the full revisions. I will stay and make sure that we find more than significant nothings. I will stay until I find the right way to say what all the others couldn't. So that's thesis title. So yun, thesis. So yun, my second poem, before I start my second poem, I just want to say thank you to the Echoes team. Thank you, Warehouse 8. Thank you, Quago, for bringing me here. If you want more of this stuff, please like the Facebook page of my org, www.facebook.com/loudmouthph. Yes, okay. .ph, loudmouth.ph. Okay. So yun. My next poem is entitled This Body. Para to dun sa mga nakaranas na since months na gano'n, yung pupunta kayo sa mga family reunions, tapos sasabihan ka, uy, yung taba mo na! So yun, this is born from those kinds of experiences. This body will never tell you how many times it has tried to fit into molds built for smaller people. If you ask it how many times it has stuffed its curves into boxes labeled petite, it will answer back that I don't know what you're talking about. Because mountains and hills do not bow down to sticks and branches. This body has a proud history. Handed down from generation to generation, this body is an heirloom. It is all that remains of its ancestors, the mighty warriors and healers of its clan. This body is an heirloom. But this generation has no need for old trinkets. It will cut down this body for having wide trunks and sturdy arms, just as its father did before him. This generation will level the forests with their sharp tongue and their chainsaw insults. It will leave its remains in a box and label it hand-me-downs. But this body will not tell you that it hurts, because it was taught stay silent in the day and to heave only at night when no one else is listening. This body has learned its lesson. Before ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, it has learned to pray as all good children must. It has learned to suffer in silence as a self-righteous scourge its back with their own self-hate. It was taught to understand that some people simply struggle with their lack of decency and humanity. It has learned to turn the other plump cheek as others spit in its face. This body has tried to understand. Just as it has tried everything else. This body has tried jogging and yoga and Pilates. This body has tried no rice, vegan, no meat, noche buena. This body has tried not eating and eating but vomiting after and fainting from the hunger. This body will not tell you that, because the layers of fat have rendered it good at keeping secrets. This body has been told it is not beautiful, that the temple of the Holy Spirit is only for the skinny, and fat is no longer a good burnt offering because Jesus is apparently watching his figure. Well, this body will not tell you you are wrong, because it has tried far too many times, and each time feels more and more like stepping on your right to pronounce verdicts over places beyond your jurisdiction. This body is not your possession. It is not your territory. Your laws and your judgments do not apply. This body is tired of this failed democracy and is ready to fight for its independence.